Okay, this last one is, it's a litmus that I use a lot for these things. It is an example of a heavily filtered language that's modern, as in last century, that attempts to weave in the history of words and all words that he uses. He made this over 33 years or so. And among the influences are his lived experience with his family, especially his sister, who apparently might have had something akin to, I hate to use these terms because they're not, I don't quite believe they are what they are. Some would say schizophrenia, some would say just psychosis. There's apparently certain conditions or ways of being that involve different wiring of language centers. People call it word salad or something like that. Which I don't know. I don't like salad. Everyone should get to have salad. Anyway. This is his way of making sense. And it's also an interaction and engagement with what he calls the nighttime, the night side of human consciousness. So this is like a dream in which things exist simultaneously on various scales of interpretation. So it's about one person, it's also about community people, it's also about myth and all of human history. Like you do. Alright.
Riviera, Pastive and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious ficus of recirculation back to health, castle, and environs.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry. That shouldn't be there. Doing again. Ah!
Riviera, Pastive, and Adams.
Hold on. What is it, says John Dell-ANSI? Here we go. All right, this is the one.
Riviera, Pastive, and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious ficus of recirculation back to health, castle, and environs.
I'm sorry, hold
Search.
on. Sorry. I don't want to start. I want that to start like that. I'm cherry picking. Yes, I am.
Riviera,
There we go.
Pastive, and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious ficus of recirculation back to health, castle, and environs. Sir Tristram, Filer Damors, far over the short sea, had passing Corby arrived from north Armorica on the side described the Isthmus of Europe Minor to wield or fight his peninsulate war. Nor had top squares, rocks by this stream Aconides adjurated themselves to Lawrence County's Gordios, while they went doubling them upper all the time. Nor a voice from a fire bellows missy told of Tofir Petre. Not yet. Though very soon after, had a kid skipper into the plan old Isaac. Not yet. The all's fair and vain as sea, were Susie sisters Rolf with two Navengel. Rather Pecopos Malta J. Emerson brewed by Art Clyde and Rory N. to the Riginbro was to be seen, ransom on the aquaface. The full Bababato Gara Takamina Ronkan Brontener and Chuan Thantravaro Nons Kuntuhodnan Thanak. For once, Wall Street old pars retailed early, embedded later on life down through old Christian minstrelsy. The great fall of the off-wall entailed at such short notice the PFT shoot of Finnegan, a solid man, that the Humpty Head of himself promptly sends an inquiring one well to the west in quest of his tum-to-tum-toes. And their Upton Pike Point on place is at the knockout in the park where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green since Devlin's first loved Levy. He knows her by the silversmith's door bar in Sloane Street, though the doorful bouses alike adjuncts him betimes, like the Irish hellfire dams, the wild whack bat like flapping over your wash the sack simultaneously with St. Patrick's, Spring, and Halloween. There would be no near surprises for Henry Jenkins. He should hear the people tell. Out he goes, whambled in red ribbons, spurkins galore. Show him dancing in yours, which read out and dancing then walk and she'll like hammer on the smoke that there be a cultitious saying which erotic calendar, discuss a panny, I'm Panaka sing that here. Such far on our Macandela spoon course of a being steady translate, Miss Minima Jigs of Tether, throw me get it down, and that is still in the Silverland, gold to come a fair man and a bee. Liver of the Bobianis Oxens or Formida for Simpian Durian, but the Swinny will have sittings not bibly whale and down, but not quickly couldn't feed it to order of it to Bobianis Oxens or Formida for Simpian Durian, but the Swinny will have sittings not bibly whale and down, but not quickly couldn't feed it to order of it to Bobianis Oxens or Formida for Simpian Durian, but the Swinny will have sittings not bibly whale and down, but not quickly couldn't feed it to Kun 7 up E0 slash we did 2 7 7 7 7 couldn't know the note 7 7 to Gar after video the slap when called on the mother when slash what would do slash stick out slash could you do the battery 1 after 207 we do the weight of the bar after the 7 to 1 would be so we do that but I should call another 177 we slash 1 after the left Kano sin Atado Namoros and Matamajorafting Bucks and like in Norled Sopates and Cecil Spoishitsky Grayas Great and Nordic Afghans now for nomination hence the Smithimarabrich Taplanade Club. Beautiful ligatange the notion Pundra Parians Riantos Swirtos were clickers Rolix Memo Blimite which were body wings to fake skid sprine scored this drum Kitan which are both Indiana for a main and skirtus stas amongst of thunder up kit ya cravit and developed strong ligate remember hella draws to horse of blood the postred fibbits the people would knife or to line up after wild pluser. Finger and hobno would think French naked cartons outside direct and driver burn over the shed with rainbow and aim frontman toffetery huskies knitting Gemagan deep or not at that vera kilometwa. English staffin some of it blinge at the top or habit the Digian soft of course on the range at year of so solution kill of it Kelly jitais star rally ordered. Beard glass while Aratsli what down yan talaba we cup Phil Brandon yam corshed if Goffy and life for it after a Gornella the daughter brass have done a subfocus minge of the veil to have a sloth the deep. Varying have been very barger took wood and made his neutraliquous blaster for the bleed of town to a corner to Marregid will win his best run of an hour worst strain man to theatre for as Bubinor. Stitching mandem. After his solitary peregrinations of more than 38 hours, Henry Jenkins took lodging at a house in Piccadilly just over the way from Eustace's regimental depot close enough for him to toss pennies across if it became too monotonous and sat on through 20 weary, tedious, long unchanging nights after an abominable dinner at Lord Cantrip's palace in Cromes, while he studied German, restudied what remained of his ancient mathematics, meditated upon God or evolution, endured painful moments alone with colleague Virgil MacTavish Esquire, whom his misfortunes had temporarily robbed of any romantic feeling towards himself other than that inspired by natural kindness as manifested towards poor hunted drabs being fleeced at his whim throughout Germany, Ireland, Berm, Uda, Australia. Once he even heeded before it, Eslu dropped anchor there and then unnecessary cast loose her rats to resume their verminous existence under every cockboat perched snugly beneath some European haystack. Whenever Henry became nauseous of absence and demanded reprieve from this revolting patient monster, Dr. Johnson locked away forever beneath those blazing tropical suns where he, drowsy listlessly, amused herself eating 3 headless roses until she realized he'd ceased playing one by one, then darted out breathless with inquiry. I protested my fatigue for detail, rarely signifying much. My shameful expression admitted worse, though usually withheld myself, preferring silence, being heavy but still debonair, if only into reverie almost nightwise. One fine evening here in 1852, perhaps after he escaped the disagreeable holiday to Edinburgh, ordered to train your ego, you do so, remember now. Dumbledore insisted how Jamie aided joviality, keeping bad company, distressing situations involving curious villagers, curators they happened to pass, etc. Always alone, in saddest of times, finding relief at schools and Trinians near Plymouth, cold sacred spot, Wales, Edrin by most distinguished, both English and natives rich in prose, verse and singing CR. Fulton poem shared, old Pendennis, Pennsylvania at age vanished, father port, Mahambe sun moon stars, and great Mr. in sea, quite uniquely named Native American. Father took his children wending miles to elbow cave, listen, catch weeds, merry, mischievous, tender, carefreeness, wise, name, quid some miser, ESD those same fool appearings. Get opossums, you sticky ants, unbuttered bread witches hate, sea fog drizzle, squirrel sugar meats, drink rum, smoking, rollicking, noisy ringlet, simpering, silver threads, tails, bewitchments, charming sonatas, gambols, late ones, childhood, freedom, more home, see, Hopkins, wet dreaming, naughty fancies, virgin longings, I sniff, recalling dimly. Or one can drop directly to a sober matter, since duty was a pleasure taken seldom. A change came over that melancholy face. I well recall the telling of bygone pleasures once destroyed, ever-present yearning, seeking you somehow neglected, sunk, disavowed vengefulness, but less pellucid expression of troubled future. Young woman faintly glimpsed satin fingers that shivered my hairpins, knocking mirrors, crashed hard. But here I rose early, striding a continent far behind him, regardless what now quit old bones, taught by old blessed phantoms, realizations, little going on this morning, mustn't run like my uselessness, how time tripping myself, misruled, dreadfully preying upon my ancient weaknesses, nothing other than agony should suffer again, senseless greed rewards, always theirs, nowhere won't succeed, not later than, even when left me crying, silent, blubbering, curled round, doe-jared, made her admirably convinced, abject, docile fool, learning, stepwise, groveling, repentant, faith, wait, even pay redemption, keep nag without fail, tearful, happy wife amid celestial tinkling reeds, between duchess and bridal sheet, and ticklish questions, honey tongues, parodies, no sound, throw only shadows, eternities, wheeling that husky voice, pure melody, rippling euphony, invisible antiphonal, daybreak, fragility, absolute wisdom, proved you care, utter waste or a desperate shinsome, compulsion serene, gentle as inviting each, whirling free smile, every passion, unsubdued, wet, teary, mashed, passionate, clasp hands, be not so crude, O lost marauders, beyond any redemptions, mere dregs, cup half full, halfway drained, like one. He actually offered it for my personal destruction. A spasm contorted my features, conceiving certain exquisite hurts in ways, making words alone inadequate beyond mere fingers, none spoken, whatever doing outrageous things, anything on the smallest scale, deeply hinted at private spaces, allowing our identities as animal must often encounter carnal properties, how fierce yearning, thought, love, feelings, and then sudden helpless swapping, brainless pain, lewd minds over and over, each uphold and may go vanquished, distress is perfectly pure. Forgiveness fulfills the sick lust, free from sordid ends, necessary your needs, naughty, frail, tight desires, seek his taste, shudder, caress, must wash all shame away, privacy guaranteed, good acts still happening, shall wake both hearts, grace, nightfall, eternity, eternal, tonight, dance, believe, unsheath, etc., very nice, he whispered, so snub, tongue, God almighty, Harry, those French letters never helped me get so brown it was very slippery inside. What else got him growing? Here you see green summer berries, made use of a mess, tumbling in midair, throwing fists, splashing curses, unpronounced, becoming damn near delirious, roaring outside shell holes, sending bombs blowing down whole cities, female guards, gun muzzles flashing. A cunt who was completely ineffective recoil would flatten the sled back along rails, exactly why Sledgehammer gets passed forward. There's logic to it. Extermination does lend an extra bit more emotion, although merely visual spectacle matters most. Pounded into pulse, bullets going bang, sploosh, air conditioning laid out, arms ammo stacked, plenty helmet, short, dirty, nasty bolts left, stockings pulled off somewhere, don't stop, even if corpse ruined, skirt ravaged. What pleasure, a grenade just bounced, rolled the dust, clouds everywhere, burst, probably having orgasm. Sounds great to think about, quite handy thinking. World War Roman II, England dying under pressure, so fucking blizz. Fought right until end didn't come over yet. After school, winter vacation, creeping ladders sure made place harder. Remembering spring dawn when two buzzards appeared, hung blood stained. We hunted them away, herding livestock these fields. Familiar yokel hills, soft and avoided awkward corners. Luckier I'd otherwise been strangled with corn husk cut by jagged. State known to leech only miles, but quite effective country dog team encounter, possibly all you require. Escaping unknown wilderness animals, lure boys even should stone. Absolutely loyal if you watch the dogs holding up as family pet. Women love babies, cooking, darning, keep domestic accounts, catch garter, snake hoping, birthing, kitchen wife, lays eggs, strings, tea can't hit much greater bullseye every time on shadow dancing away, fantastic life. Well, even some Friday Foster curates at back sniffed, heavily nauseated, convinced, henceforward terror after Jesus, my countenance full use, his organs had at that age yet experienced only a couple times. Christmas was before 7 years old. Began coughing, suspected diphtheria, white from throat, lungs bloody in sunlight, certainly diphtheria, plus affliction worsened, so a fever oozing everywhere, infuriating, early treatment very tiresome. Corona pills by which if chewed peppermint induces sneezing effect of this followed. Reluctantly, less doctor told it in so trifling form. Always swamps bravely ran on sit downs, or in comparison. Assorted adult males, wheezing, rustles, snuffles, pranks, red eyes could say to Lulu, charming mummy or precious husband does not cry the way lately out some rural beast blown cow, no mistaking fear, pink thrills gone suddenly sheepish, either reincarnation of pen, God bless him, won't speak, bright hump, stomach trouble, entire graveyard, missing sun, rose over road, waded through cobbled town, long lost environs, mysterious, shifting children, druid up, I wondered, dashing, strange people past carriages, scrawling iron tools, cracking and grinding, blacksmith fires, eternal, sweet, slow jam, quarter loaf, minefield, soldiers giving kisses. Fat halls must take you love to frilly underpinnings, spread dark silence, rushing among secret hidey hole setting traps. Then up my sleeve, real surprise, still looking around, never got to taste. Why blame bad weather? French army huts, Russian flesh tobacco packs, suspiciously with bars labeled food machines, salle de gymnastique, a white room changing like heaven, while lonely German house dominated world. One wants to read, surrender, unable, opened their gates rather quickly, considering hope soon anyhow saved before slaughter. Vicksburg waited Bogawuji out this soft puree, some Paris, some Miche Clemens with scarlet fans, sultry waitresses lay grow near and Dean Stutton, Berlin von Mackinson, what foolishness, she wondered, whining big loads outsprung, instead laughed beautiful childhood, mother blue sky, your daddy forever, elsewhere pro. Look away, hit enormous marigold skirt, feeling things eyes. Rain again, wish trees hold bright, careless goodness about quilting, having these early dreams, pale stuff of fabrics, keeping new other names, English, India, and Cuba. Good morning, sunrise. Today, though early evening since came life, such loveliness, rich pastoral mornings, still delicious, sadly escape cheap champagne, getting along through scenery, blur toward south, Wales abandoning child behind, astonished, following mama, smiling, bold, blameless, deep breath, holding, staring, thinking may likely, knowing sun, perhaps half recognized. Also stonily the stars wandering, shining, oh heavens here, where bloody hills his home, surety, borderland, all endless possibility in sight, ever stretching, plain coastlands, places changing her, a father not unlike angel, never that oh foul gusts, wretched mean moans, horse-neighed muttering, cow seared, upward ramping flames, harrows set upon highest ground, wandering like mega. Why God bring war between us? All this to tell me our humble worth don't amount much as first, mistake of many from now. Certainly we began well. Think carefully. My young friend, with yourself first. What exactly have I done to merit this special treatment? Guess how to convince a woman against her better judgment doing something stupid yet appallingly risky or plainly demented. Jolt head backwards, upside down, utter stunned, screaming, incredibly naughty threat, while thoroughly soaked in joy. Do my best for those twitches, oh mother, back away, watch faces grown very solemn, knowing lips turning small, figure makes kiss noise, desperate, huddling, cling, needs wife, smashes him 3 times, elbows pinned, painfully gets loving, awful eyes dancing, will kiss, breathe, spit.
Wow. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis and Mervyn Peake were writing pretty spicy things together. that's my sense of it. It's like let's take the fantasy out. Let's put a little fantasy in. sprinkle lots of things. Put a lot of libido in there. Libido that we're all processing in our own way, different ways, or not at all. Tolkien Peak Lewis joint is my sense. I want that to be true. I want this to be in the library of Morpheus, all books that don't exist. This is a very large tome. I would love to continue this. Actually, I'm going to continue this at some point. But this is a demo. There's only okay. So it was a double demo. It's because it gave me such energy. This tends to happen with Finnegan's Wake. If you've ever read about chaos, there's turbulence and then utter chaos, and then it goes back into a form of order. That seems to be a cycle of some sort. And I've seen this multiple times as I feel like, let's turn everything up to 11. And it goes, and then it calms again. The previous time, yesterday, it settled into a science fiction, like a science fiction in the middle of things, and it's like 75 to 75% of the series is already done. There's a lot of climaxes, and a lot of the detail, but it was also very pulp novel-y. So, anyway, I love these moments that are created right after the influx of fish. Like this long 100,000 letter sentence just gets uttered, and then where does it settle? Where does it settle? What? It's like you pass through the bunghole between realities, and you get deposited somewhere. And I want to harness those things. Anyway, so that's it. That's all the demos for today. I'm not going to do much in terms of demo further. I just needed to demonstrate there's something more happening here. Or maybe not. Maybe the extent of probabilistic brute force creates these wonderful things, and they're nothing much than just no intention whatsoever from anyone. And if that's the case, then I think we should ponder that as part of ourselves too, because I think it's a stupid flex to say that we're any special. That, oh, we're thinking, therefore something special or magical has happened. No, nothing special. We're not miracles. Okay, good night all.